In my previous video, I showed how my little Airtag traveled from the Netherlands to Bournemouth in the UK. Its host Jack took the Airtag to the beach in Bournemouth before mailing the Airtag to the land of maple syrup and hockey, Canada. After Jack dropped the Airtag in the mail, it made its way to London Heathrow Airport. It spent about 2 days there before taking a flight to Toronto on May 16th. Once we had touched down in Toronto, it spent almost 5 days at various buildings around the airport before being transferred to a very large mail facility in Mississauga. From here to Winnipeg is still over 2,000 kilometers, so we still have a long way to go. It spent about a day at Mississauga, and then I picked up the Airtag halfway between Toronto and Winnipeg. So it seems to be taking an overland route. About 34 hours later, the Airtag was delivered at Winnipeg Airport's mail facility, where it would spend another 2 days. Then, the next day, I picked it up at several places in Winnipeg, and then on May 26th, 13 days after sending it from the UK, we had delivery in Winnipeg. A couple of days later, its new host, which goes by the name of Grub, took the Airtag and his family on a ride around town. Winnipeg seems like a very nice place to visit. It's a large city, especially compared to European cities, but we somehow don't know a whole lot about Winnipeg. I actually had tickets to Canada before the whole COVID-19 situation exploded, so I never made it there. I hope to go there one day. Eventually Grub got a message on his phone. Someone from the Netherlands is stalking you. A few days later, Grub dropped the Airtag off at the Charles Wood shopping center in Winnipeg. Next destination is Oceanside, California. The most obvious route from Winnipeg to California would probably be traveling in a southwestern direction. To my surprise, this time the Airtag went again to Winnipeg Airport and then took a cargo jet flight to Hamilton, Ontario. From Hamilton it went to Mississauga again, and then a day later I picked it up in Port Huron, where it then crossed the border into the United States. It then slowly made its way to Chicago O'Hare Airport. I assume customs clearing was done at the airport in Chicago because it took 4 days before the Airtag started to move again. After Chicago, I could see the Airtag took a bit of a USA road trip, traveling via Iowa, Nebraska, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, towards California. Along the way, I could see the driver making rest stops in places like Davenport, Indiana, Eagle, Colorado, and Wood River, Nevada. After spending 4 days on the road, it arrived in San Diego. The next day, it was delivered in Oceanside, California. Its new host Tim took the Airtag on a train ride from Oceanside to Los Angeles. After all, the Airtag is a bit of a tourist and he wants to see some of the sights. Once Tim and the Airtag arrived in Los Angeles, they took the subway towards Hollywood. On a boiling hot day, he walked around with the Airtag on Hollywood Boulevard and showed some of the famous stars. There is also a less fortunate side of Hollywood, as you can see in these photos. Tim said it's sometimes called Hollyweird instead of Hollywood. Tim eventually dropped the Airtag off at the post office in Hollywood. From here, it will continue its journey to a place most people only can dream about visiting. The Airtag is now at Los Angeles Airport, awaiting its flight towards Papeete in Tahiti. This Airtag is one of the many Airtags I have traveling right now. One Airtag is traveling eastwards and went from the Netherlands to Germany, Switzerland and Hungary and is now on its way to Moscow before going to India. One Airtag is traveling to South America and seems pretty much stuck at customs in Chile. A new Airtag was just posted towards San Francisco and is hoping to visit all the 50 states of America. If you would like to help to make an Airtag travel, please email me at airtagalex@gmail.com. You can see all the Airtags and their live updates on travelbyenvelope.com.